Hey there, Billy Bob here with Smartiots. So I decided to do kind of a winter project, and you're kind of looking at it. The boat itself, not exactly, but the PVC pipe with two boards is what I decided to build. I decided to build this because my partner, or buddy, or whatever you want to call him, Clyde, he has a bit of thing going on with his knee, and so he can't do any bending or squatting or anything to do with his knee. So that means we can't get our John boat and do anything, but at least for a little while. So I decided that since we still have this Intex Seahawk 2 inflatable, and this thing's roughly, I don't know what, 6 feet, 7 feet, 8 feet, something like that, that I'd try and get this sucker out and make sure that it works for me to throw my trolling motor on it. So, as you can see here, I kind of built my own trolling motor stand or device or whatever the heck you want to call it. Words not coming to me at the moment, but I wanted to show y'all how to build this. Well, maybe not exactly how to build this, but give you the specs on how to build this thing, because I was looking all over the internet for it, and I couldn't find any actual measurements. I saw a few people show videos of them, and that was about it. But they wouldn't show you the measurements. They wouldn't show you exactly what they did. They just kind of gave you kind of a half-assed little thing of it, and that kind of bugged me. So I figured that I would at least try to give you some measurements on this and see if that helps any of y'all out, if this is something y'all want to kind of do as a cheaper method of going fishing too. Because I know as soon as it gets warm enough and the lake nearby is not frozen anymore, then I'm going to take this sucker out on my RAV4, put it on the roof, and go get me some fish. So let's jump into this, give you the measurements, kind of explain what I did real quick, and then that's pretty much it. I'm going to try to make it as short and sweet as possible. That way you guys can do this and it doesn't take forever. Alright, let's jump into it. Alright, so first things first. I'm going to give you the measurement of this, just this side, because as y'all can see, there are two sides. And all I did was figure out the measurement for one side like this, and then I just duplicated that for the second side like this one. And the other thing I also did, just to make it kind of easier on myself, was once I figured both one side out, I actually labeled them. So I labeled the top part here A, and then of course you have your 90 degree, and then this one would be B, 90 degree, and then C, 90 degree, then D. And you can also see that I put these little pieces in here, so I just put a bolt and a nut on there, so that way when it goes in here, it stays. And I'll show you at the very end how that looks, so that way you guys can see exactly what that looks sitting on there. This piece right here, I'm going to show you the measurement real quick, so let me pause this for a second. I'm going to get the measurement for you, and then I'll hop back in. Alright, so kind of pulled it off just to make it easier. So I haven't glued any of this stuff in yet, just because I want to make sure that I get this video done for y'all and make it easier for any of you trying to do this same thing. But anyway, again, so this whole piece, the top A piece, is about 2 feet long. If I can show you that there, hopefully. Yeah, so that's about 2 feet long. So this side obviously starts, this side ends. That whole piece, 2 feet long. And I don't know if y'all noticed this, but this is also, this piece right here, I believe this was ½ inch. Yeah, this is ½ inch, and that's of course the inside diameter of that piece. So in fact, I'll show you this real quick before I forget. So this is part of that ½ inch piece, sort of. I cut it off of another piece over there, but anyway, the inside diameter here, that's ½ inch. Okay, so for any of those of you that don't know that, I didn't know before, I learned it, which I'm glad I did, but it's okay. But this is ½ inch on the inside diameter. That means the outside piece is roughly 3/4 inch. It's not exactly 3/4 inch, but it's pretty damn close to 3/4 inch. And what I ended up having to do, I'll show you on this piece and starter right here, is I actually ended up having to chop, well not chop, but sand kinda. I used an actual metal flywheel to cut this down just a little bit, shave off some bits, because otherwise it wasn't going to fit into this hole, and this hole is about 3/4 inch, something like that, I think. I don't remember exactly, but somewhere on there. So I ended up getting some 1/2 inch PVC pipe for the inside diameter, and I ended up having to shave off some of this a little bit to get it to the right size to fit right in there. Otherwise I wasn't going to do it. But again, the A piece, the very top piece, is 2 feet long, and the end here, so if we look at it right there, I kind of shaved off roughly 2 inches off one end to make it fit right in there. As for the other pieces, let's jump into those so I can show you what those pieces lengths were as well. Alright, so just went over A piece right here. Now here's B piece. So as you can see, B piece is still stuck in the bracket, and I'm really glad it is, because that thing was really hard to pull up, which means that it's going to be nice and secure in there. And of course you can always, the way I did it, I just put a bracket here all the way across in that kind of bent piece of metal, fill in there. You could always drill a piece. I already kind of have a hole here, and I'm probably going to end up drilling another piece through, going all the way to the back, and then screwing another, and putting another bolt on there. But we'll see how that goes. But anyway, so this piece right here, it's roughly about 9 inches long. 9 inches long. Not exactly, it's just barely under 9 inches, but you can get it with 9 inches if you really wanted to. And I also was taking into account how deep these PVC pieces go into these 90-degree elbows. It doesn't go in very far, but it does go to about roughly 1/2 inch, something like that. Maybe a little under 1/2 inch. Last time I checked. But that's what I was taking into account too, so hopefully that helps a little bit there. And then let's find our A, B, C piece, and then our D piece. So do our C piece next and then our D piece. Then I'll throw it. Alright, so right here, my C piece right here is about roughly 10.5 inches long, give or take, something like that. So starts right there. Oop, let's get that in the right spot. There we go. It's about 10 inches long, maybe a little under 10 inches. See how well you can see that, hopefully. There you go. So yeah, about 110 inches. And let's try the last piece over there. Alright, here's our last piece. So, of course, taking consideration the bolt there. I'm going to try to move that a little bit, and hopefully that'll give us a good accurate reading. Okay, so this one's roughly, based on what I can see off camera, this is a little over 7.5 inches long. Okay, so little over 7.5 inches long. Okay, so I'll go back through this video and also put all the dimensions in the description, so that way y'all can go through that instead of having to watch the video over and over and over again just to get the dimensions. Now that we got all those, tell you that I bought, so 1, 2, I think it was, yeah, about 5. So I bought 5 pieces altogether of 2-foot PVC pipe, 1/2 inch. That's what I bought, and I took 4 of those pieces. You could do it in a different order if you wanted to, but because I kind of sort of messed up and I actually sat in here a little longer than I needed to. But anyway, I took 4 of those pieces, and I shaved down the ends of 4 of them, just one end of each of them, down so that way I could fit it into this hole right there, and fit it into this hole as well. And then I took the rest of the pieces and I chopped them up into the lengths that they needed to go for this. Then I these boards here in general, these boards I just had laying around the house, so I just kind of cut them up in chunks and bolted them to the side here, and then of course I used a brace on the inside there, and I used one brace on the outside there as well. Keep that all put together. But I'm gonna go ahead and put this on here so we can see exactly how that looks, and then we'll recap it real quick. Alright, well, it took me a couple minutes to get this done. Obviously for you guys it was seconds, or even less than that, but this should be the end result of what it looks like. So again, just to recap, so got, this is our A piece, B piece, C piece, and our D piece, and then of course here's our back rest for it all. And just kind of show you what I meant here was putting these PVC pieces through here, and then I went ahead and put a nut and bolt right here, so that way even if for any reason at all it gets super sleek and it just wants to flop on out, there's no way it can do it unless this breaks, and that's pretty darn strong right there. I have yet to put my actual motor on it, and I'm thinking about opening this garage door here and setting this in my truck bed and seeing if it'll hold up. I think it should just fine. But remember, when you do this, yes, mine comes out quite a ways. In fact, mine comes out from the mount itself to about there. It's about a foot, something like that. Yeah, that's about a foot. If you wanted to, obviously, if you wanted to cut more off, that's why I kind of built it the way I did. And you can always buy more of these. If you glue it together and you find out it don't hold very well, you can always cut some more off here and make it shorter, and then obviously just duplicate on the other side. That would work just fine. But other than that, it's kind of what I got for you. Obviously, just make sure you glue this stuff down nice and tight, because if you're out there on the water and you got your motor mount on the back, and you got your motor on there, and you hit a bump or something in the water or whatever, or this isn't strong enough for some reason, the motor's gone. And who cares about this? I mean, this is cheap. I bought all these pieces all together for about half the price of the actual mount that they want $60 for online. I got all these pieces for about $28. Took me a little time to put together, but I saved $30, give or take. And I could put that $30 towards something else that I want or need or whatever. Plus, this was fun to try to make. It was enjoyable. Gave me something to do in the afternoon. I'm kind of waiting on some other stuff going on. But anyway, that's enough jibber jabbering for me. Hope this helps out with your own projects or your own fishing, especially with these inflatables. They're actually pretty snazzy. I like them. So good luck with that. If you have any questions about anything that I did, please feel free to comment below, and I will get back to you as soon as I can and answer as many questions as I possibly can. Till then, have a great one, and I'll talk to you guys later.